Hey Maven family, how you doing? I just wanted to take a second to go over a few things about the e-learning. I know there was a lot of information given on the parent night, so I didn't really get to go over this in detail. And I know there's a handful that were not even interested in that, so I just figured I'll just go ahead and put this little video together to give like maybe a little bit more information for those of you who are curious, or perhaps those of you who may even just want to learn a little bit more about it for future reference or use. So again, it was e-dynamic learning. This is all about the virtual classes. So what I'm going to do is probably just turn my camera around and shoot some video of us doing like a little demo together. If you have any questions, like I said, if you know your student is interested in certain particular classes, I've already had people reach out to me and I went ahead and sent them the syllabus, which kind of breaks it down, what the class entails and the information that they're going to go over and what they're going to be learning in the class. But I did bring some good questions from one of the parents who is more curious about what is the format of the class? What exactly does that look like? So let's take a look. When your student logs on, this is the screen that they're going to be on. This is the student app. This is their dashboard. You'll notice that these classes here, of course, they won't be there. It'll be whatever classes your student enrolls in. They have this here that everyone will be enrolled in, and it is the first step Buzz student orientation. So if you go in that, we're not going to go through all that because it's a lot of information. You can see exactly what this is. Let's see. We don't need to go through that one, but let's go down to my dashboard so we can kind of see what the dashboard looks like. Actually, let's go here and
once you're logged in, you will see your home dashboard. And this is going to be a quick overview, and we'll get into each of the areas of your home dashboard later in the course. For now, let's just talk about what you see. So you're first going to look at your course cards if you are enrolled in any courses. Each image is a course, or if the course does not have an image, it will just have the title. Under each of those, you will see the name, the start and end date, the score, the progress. You can click on the activities icon to start taking the course right away. And also you can look at the grades that are specific for that course. And this is true for any course that you were enrolled in. Also at the top you can see any announcements from your teacher if they have sent you those. And we have 3 tabs here at the top. We have the to-do list, which is going to accumulate all the activities that are due. We also have the activity stream, which is going to show you a quick overview of what you have accomplished on any particular day and at what time, and any score you've received or feedback from your teacher. Let's go back to the main menu. From here, you also have the ability to manage your course cards. When you click on this, you can move your courses up in the order that you want to view them. So if I click on the up arrow, it's going to move that course closer to the top left than the previous course. Let's click OK and see. It will refresh automatically, and you can see it moved those course cards. Again, don't forget you have your help icon here at the top right, and you also have your user profile that you can click on and work through those various settings. We'll talk about these also at a different spot within the course. Lastly, in the upper left-hand corner is the main menu, and we also have a complete section that we'll talk about the main menu here in just a little bit. And that's your home dashboard.
Okay, so I just wanted to quickly just let you take a peek of what that looks like. They have videos all the way through to get you familiar with the system and how that works. But just for time's sake, you would work through that with the teacher and all that good stuff. So let's take us back to the dashboard. And once we get to the dashboard, we are going to, let's select, I think I'm going to do the middle school coding and take a quick look at that. Because it's my demo they gave me, I have all of these classes in here, which you guys won't have to go through all of this because you'll just have the class that your student signed up for. So let's just go here. And I can show you how this is set up. So you'll notice too that the material is delivered in all different ways. Most of this curriculum is not, it's more so delivered in a way where the children are going to be reading through it. They're going to be having some games. They'll go to different websites to play games and some kind of activities and labs and things of that nature. But they're pulling a lot of information from the student on these, which is something I actually really like about it. They do have a get started portion here where it kind of like gives you tips and how you can be successful in this particular course. But again, for time's sake, we're just going to go through here. They have the unit title, the unit summary, and the students have the option to have the summary and the objective, which is next,
Summary.
read to them.
Got problems? No problem. Computers can be used in many ways to help us solve them, but they're not the answer to everything. Sometimes good old human ingenuity is the key. We'll begin by solving some puzzles and exploring a secret computer that might be hiding in your home. Then we'll start cracking some code with the help of a little green friend. When we harness the power of algorithms, code, and turtles, yes, turtles, we can accomplish some really incredible things. Let's go code.
Okay, so then you have the objective, and it's kind of the same thing, and you can have it read to them, or they can read it themselves. These objectives here are things that they're going to be studying in the unit, so they can really read over these and keep these in mind when they're going through the units and going through the lessons, so that they can ask themselves, are they learning these things? You know, are these some of the things that were mentioned that we're going to be studying about? And maybe making some little notes on the side so that it may be a little easier for them when they get to the final portion of this. Because after they work through all the lessons, they'll have questions and a quiz and all that good stuff. Let's just see what a lesson looks like real quick. Let's do, I'll just go to lesson 1 here. So you'll notice that this is something the student is going to have to read through themselves. It's not a video on this one. So it's just the information. And like I said, it's all different. Every single lesson will be different. They might give them places to go within the lesson, like go to another website, which it'll be in blue. And this particular one does not. So then there's there's 4 lessons in this one. They're all different that way too. I've seen some with 6 lessons, some with 7 lessons. It all depends. But at the end of it, once they're given all the information, then they're giving text questions. And in these questions, I'll show you a little bit. They're critical thinking questions. So the kids are required to know these questions. They actually have to write the questions in. And how are they going to do that? And how are they going to give that to the teacher? Well, this is how they're going to do it. They're going to go to the next box. It's the Unit 1 Text Questions drop box. Okay? So when they come here, there's a drop box right here. You push this drop box, and they're going to answer those questions, and they're going to submit their answers to the teacher. They can either put those questions here and then write out the answers here and submit it this way right here, or they can do it on a Google document. She did tell me that a lot of kids do choose the Google document for some reason. I guess they're familiar with working with it a lot. But they can do that there and then submit it to the teacher. The teacher is the one that will be doing all the feedback, all the grading. The feedback can look very different. It can be in the form of they can text with each other, they can email each other, they may send video dialogue back and forth to each other. It all depends on the teacher and the student and how they're best suited to communicate with each other. And that's not done with the units. After they do all the lessons and they answer these questions, then they have like labs. Let's see what this lab 1 looks like. So you come down, they read over, this lab is worth 10 points. They have directions that they have to follow on this lab. I'm sorry, can't get my hand down here. Let's see. Let's push here, and it's taking us over here where there are given instructions on this particular activity and how many times they can do it. So, and then after they are done that, they will go, oh, sorry, taking you somewhere I shouldn't be. Parent agenda, we don't want that. We've been there, done that, right? Okay, so you're back here, back at the student dashboard, and that's what that looks like. And then you have the activity after that. This particular one has 2 activities that the student is required to do that is worth 15 points. It takes them to another website where they do another activity. Then they have flashcards, they have a quiz. And then after the quiz, it said, let's just see, the quiz consists of 15 questions, multiple choice and true and false. And then after the quiz, they have followed up with discussion questions so that the teacher and the student can kind of go back and forth with these discussion questions. So that's pretty much how it's laid off when we viewed a little bit through Unit 1. It may not look as meaty, but when you got to go back and answer all those questions, and the kids have to go back and actually research the answers, maybe go back into the lessons to get that information, it will take time for them to do it and to work through all the activities, the labs, and the discussion questions at the end as well. So that's basically what that looks like. And then, so say you want to get back, you have your little menu bar here. You hit that, and you hit the house, and you go back to the student dashboard. So that's just giving you a quick overview. I'm gonna set it up and get it ready and show you one more course, and then if you have any questions, we'll discuss it at the end.